Of course, I mean, it's a cliche to say that the task of the task of a judge is an unenviable one, and certainly I wouldn't recommend it to anyone as the most excruciating torture, not for selecting the best, but for seeing all those others that you think are marvellous, but aren't necessarily recognised within that. So the process involves going through, looking at, as John said, 400 slides on the computer screen, and then selecting from them the works for this particular exhibition, and then selecting from that the winner. So it goes through quite a lot of palettes, and so the ones that you see around you at the moment are, in a sense, winners. And we shouldn't forget that. They are works that stand out from the world of ceramics at the moment, and I think each one has its own particular story to tell and its own particular character. So we see in ceramics today that it's quite a vibrant art form that reflects aspects of popular culture, and I think one of the things we begin to see is a way of thinking about popular culture that isn't just about plastic, but draws on some of the mysteries of clay, the glazes and the clay bodies that are part of that as well. But we also see some beautifully abstract pieces that are just quite exquisite to the eye in terms of their colour form, their delicacy, their exactness, and their construction too. There are some here that I have still no idea how they were made. They are extraordinary. We see work from countries which have a very strong ceramic tradition, particularly Korea and Israel. These are very small countries in the world scale, but in the world of ceramics they certainly play a very significant role, and it's wonderful to see their presence here. Take a lot of time because it was very, very tight, and a number who I thought would have been quite eligible in many of these would have been, I think, excellent winners, and the Gold Coast proudly would have been displaying his work as the winners. But the work I eventually went with says something about the possibility of an awards show. Often when you have a show of a particular medium, you have a curator who selects the artists, knows the field, has been to all the other exhibitions and all the other galleries and selects the best. And what you get is representational of the field. You can say, well, this is what is happening now, but often there aren't that many surprises because people have seen these artists before, and the work is very familiar. And that's part of what goes on with the curated show. But with an award exhibition, it's slightly different because it's the opportunity for somebody totally different to come forward with a work that just doesn't seem to fit the understanding of what that particular field is. It's often an opportunity for somebody to work and do something like a masterpiece, to really invest a lot of time in a work, knowing that it doesn't necessarily fit the field at the moment, but it is something quite special. You might remember the Telstra Indigenous Art Award a few years ago, the artist Conjoy Benson, who made the entire truck made of grass, this huge thing, which was an award work, it wasn't a curated work. So I think within the case of an exhibition like this, naturally gravitate to those works which are quite masterly, but do defy our understanding of what ceramics is. So the work that I eventually went with this evening is one which you would never really associate with ceramics, but it represents the most incredible piece of craftsmanship, the most amazing aspect of design, and the most dazzling imagination, and that's the blue dress. So, I'll say something if you've got something. But, I think what Leisa's, and it's Leisa, is it? Yes. What Leisa's work represents, if you see it, you've no doubt seen it, it's the work made of these porcelain shillings. You see this wonderful interweaving of gender. It's obviously a woman's dress, and it says something very strongly about female identity. Craftsmanship, clearly, the ability to cast these porcelain coins and to stitch them onto this particular dress so beautifully, but not just to cast the coin, lines, but to colour them so that you do get these 11 shades of blue, this wonderful gradation there. There's some wonderful history there as well, the shilling and what it represents, the fact that you're carrying this particular history into our world, which is very important. So all of these, to see these different layers come together in one work is quite remarkable. So, unless there's something you want to...
I just feel so proud and honoured to be here, and I've just put so much work into this, and honestly, I just...
Congratulations, Leisa. Congratulations, Gold Coast Gallery, and congratulations.